And today we're going to be checking out the Bubot 300P automatic pool cleaner. Now this is for above ground pools with a flat bottom up to 850 square feet, but we're going to be testing this in a much larger pool with a whole bunch of leaves. So let's go ahead, we're going to point the camera down. I'm going to show you how to set this up real quick, and then we're going to throw it in the pool and test it, and while it's testing we'll go over some of the specs and details. Alright, so of course in the package you're going to get the actual robot itself. You have your off-on switch right here. This is your charging port. Make sure this rubber plug is in while you're running your robot. And then you have this little handle right here. And on top of this handle, you're going to get this recovery string. And what you do is you just unravel this and you tie it on the handle. And so when the robot gets done cleaning, you can just grab this floating on the surface and pull it up to the surface and clean out your robot. You will get a charge cord. You're going to get 2 brushes that have to be installed. And you just simply flip the robot and click them in, and that's your full assembly right there. And then of course you get a retrieval hook along with a manual. So very simple, very easy to set up. We're just going to go ahead and charge this up real quick, and then we're going to throw it in the pool and talk about some of the specs and details. All right, so here's the pool we're going to be cleaning. Tons and tons of leaves as advertised. This is my mom's pool. And we're going to throw the robot down there and see how much of this stuff it can pick up. Now, being that it's a smaller robot and this is a larger pool, I don't expect it to clean all these leaves in one charge. And there's even some bigger branches down there. But I have a feeling it's going to do a pretty good job. So let's throw it in there and see how well it does. All right, so all we have to do, I have the rope on the handle, is we will go ahead and turn the power on, and then we'll come over here, and this can go up to 9.8 feet down. It's going to fill itself up with water. And down it goes. I'm going to just throw the handle in. You can see the handle's floating right there on top. Let's see how it does.
Okay, so as you can see, the little robot is off to a great start, cleaning up the bottom of the pool, picking up all those leaves and debris. Now, I do want to reiterate that this is made for flat bottom pools, and this pool does have a pretty steep slope in it, so it's not going to make it up that slope very much, but it will clean the deep end really good and give us a good idea if it's going to be good enough for your flat bottom pool or not. Now, the little robot will run for 90 minutes. It only takes 3 hours to charge it up. It's going to have low to zero leakage with the filter because of the way that it's designed. It's good for 850 square foot above ground pools. It uses DirtLock 2.0 to ensure that the dirt, sand, leaves, and all the other crud is locked in there. It's got a very powerful suction. It has auto drive and steer, and when the battery gets low, it will go to the edge of the pool and self-park itself. So a very handy feature right there, so you don't have to always dig it out like I had to later in this video. So if you just let it go until the battery gets low, then it will drive to the side, it'll shut off, and the handle will be right there for you to grab. The little robot is almost done, so let's go ahead, get ready to pull it out and see how well it did.
Alright, so it's time to retrieve the little robot. It's done what it can do in this pool. It mostly stayed in the deep end, but as I said before, this robot wasn't designed for slopes. It did make it up the slope to the shallow side a couple times, and it did some cleaning over there as well. But as far as the deep end goes, it did a really good job. So this is supposed to be fast draining. So when I pull it up, we're going to shut it off. And when you pick it up, you can see the water comes out within 5 seconds as advertised. And it feels much heavier than when I brought it here, so I know there's a ton of leaves in there. So let's go ahead, we're going to take it over by the water hose. We're going to see how much we captured. We're back over here by the water hose where we can clean this filter out, and I'm just going to grab the sides and pop the sides open. Really easy to open up. You just pull the two sides out at the same time and it pops right off. And now for the moment of truth, how much stuff did we pull off the bottom? And check that out. That is a lot. This thing was super full. Tons of sand. I mean, you can see all the grit. And grossness. I mean, look how it's piled up. Look how much sand is in the corners that was in Mom's pool. Crazy, crazy. So I have to say, I mean, I don't even know what to say. There's so much in here, but it works extremely well. So if you need a really good little vacuum for your above ground pool up to 850 square feet that you can just throw in and forget about, and it's going to keep all the leaves and dirt and sand and debris off the bottom of your pool, on top of keeping your pool circulated and stirring your chemicals up, I think this one is going to be a great little choice. I hope this video helps, and thanks for watching.